Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know.
So, the Russell Westbrook and John Wall trade finally happened. So, the big question is who won the trade and why it happened, and who are the real winners. What is up, guys? This is Master J here. Welcome back to another video to the channel. And today, we are going to be discussing a big trade that happened last night, which was the Russell Westbrook for John Wall's trade. Now, we'll be breaking down who won that trade and definitely we are going to be breaking down a lot of details in this video, and stay tuned for that. But before we start, as always, if you happen to enjoy this video, please smash that like button and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Yes, for the last video there were some conversation, arguments. I understand not everyone has to agree with me. Everyone has their own opinions on things. That's the real thing about basketball. So I don't mind you guys arguing, disagreeing with me. Just share it down. But I will give you my opinion why I think of what I made the content, why I made that prediction. So anyways, please subscribe and stay tuned. We respect everyone's decision, so please respect each other's decisions. So just because someone said this trade was bad, but you think it was awesome, respect it. They have their own reasons. I have my own reasons to believe why I made it. I actually did a lot of research before I make videos. That's why sometimes it takes too long. That's why I don't upload for that much. I actually have to research on the video what I'm doing, because I need to know every source I can get to make this content. I can't just record and that's it. Use my knowledge on it. I actually need to do research. Anyway, for the people who are new watching this, please subscribe. My name is Master J. I try to upload 2 or 3 videos a week, and I make NBA breakdown channels. I make videos on breaking down players, coach, and play in trades and free agents and more. Anyway, let's get into the video and subscribe. So we're gonna get to the trade. The trade was Russell Westbrook for John Wall. So Rockets gave up the Russell Westbrook in the 2023 first round pick protected. Now clearly, why did the Rockets gave another draft pick? I mean, like, weren't they the one who wanted Russ, or was it the Wizards who wanted Russ? That's a big question. But anyway, let's take a look at the real reason behind this trade. Obviously, the real reason behind this trade really is that James Harden is, he recently demanded he wanted out. He wanted to go Brooklyn, but the Rockets are making this trade. They're giving the first round pick, showing that they're desperate trading Russ out. And they flipped a future Hall of Famers for a guy who has to be lucky if he's going to reach the Hall of Fame. But this trade is mainly not because of town swap or something. It's really so they want to run it back, and they want to keep James Harden. If James Harden, he approves this, and then we'll see a duel of James Harden and John Walls, which we will love to see, because the Russell Westbrook and James Harden duel didn't work out well, and we'll explain that later in this video. And yeah, so John Wall was for this trade. The is also is to keep Bradley Beal, because he didn't really express much trade effort, but we can obviously tell he wants out. And with this trade is to keep Bradley Beal happy. Now with Russ, now they can actually do something with this, and we'll also explain that later in the video. But Bradley Beal and James Harden are like obviously they get traded out if they want to read, but they can get a huge load out of it. But they obviously still want to run it back, and they're like, well, obviously, they're both future Hall of Famers. I can see, but I don't obviously Russ Harden's a better player, but we're not comparing that right now. Anyway, yes, it's to keep them. That's the real reason. Now let's take a look at the next Harden's fourth All-Star teammate. If he approves this, and yes, look at this. His All-Star teammate. He first was James Harden, Russell Westbrook. That didn't work out well. To James Harden, Chris Paul. That didn't even work well either. James Harden and Russell Westbrook. That didn't work well either. Now, they were all successful in the playoffs, of course. And fourth is James Harden and John Walls. Well, obviously, you might all say that now James Harden, obviously, he might be. I think he's the problem personally because a lot of people say it's the teammate he's getting paired up with, but come on, he's got paired with three teammates already. You're gonna still say that? I just personally think that he can't work with coexist with stuff. That's why with Brooklyn will have to think about twice that will he coexist with his two teams. I mean, yes, he's willing to play with them, but he obviously wants to be the first option. He is willing to do less, of course, but he's shown he obviously yes he is play he can get to regular season success when obviously they'll make the playoffs of course with this trade down, but playoffs, it depends. We don't know John Wall's what he's gonna do in the Rockets, but we have a sort of idea from the Wizards he was playing in. Now, now here's new for the Wizards. The Wizards will make the playoffs. Yay! Well, that's because John. Come on. Well, actually, yeah, I'll explain this. I was about to say like this is a bit obvious, but anyway, let's explain. Break this down. This is a breakdown video. Now, Russell Westbrook, obviously, this guy was averaging 27 points, and this guy is definitely he is playoffs. He is regular season guy. He's only 82 game guy. He can't obviously. I'm not confident about this guy in the postseason, but in the regular season, this guy's the man. He can win you He'll always win you regular season. So Wizards will definitely make the seed, and they'll definitely make the conference. The Hawks, are trying to make the playoffs. They signed like Dino Gallinari and who was that other guy? And Bogdan Bogdanovic signed Rajon and the other players, Chris Dunn and so on. But um, they are definitely some of the losers in this trade because come on, Russ can definitely get the Wizards to at least the 7 or 6 seed. There was a YouTuber AM Hoops. He said fifth seed. At around that, but I'd say around 6, 7 seed because the roster. If you look at their whole roster, unless I'm not sure the Wizard will sign free agent and make some trades before the trade deadline to improve this roster because you're probably gonna make the playoffs, but not that far with Westbrook carrying your team with Bradley Beal. Now for the stats, we're definitely looking at. Let's take a look at John Wall's. Sorry, I couldn't do on my thing. My editing's glitching out, so I just can't do. I have to actually go on the thing. So anyway, let's take a look at his whole career. That was originally just showing his last year, but he was only a 5-time All-Star. He only made the All League once, and that wasn't even the first team. And he definitely is. He will be lucky to make the Hall of Fame. He is yes, he is explosive, but this guy isn't really that material. But maybe that's good enough for they can win because they keep Harden. Maybe that's the real thing because they can keep running it back with Harden. Now, I think John Walls and his scrimmaging, he looked scary, but can that play with Harden? Now with Russell Westbrook and obviously he averaged more. This guy is a show off. He does everything he wants to win MVP. He was a one-time MVP. He's like, let's count 9-time All-Star. I keep forgetting that he's not a 7-time All-Star. He already won 2 more. But this guy is more explosive. This is the dunking guy. This is the master. This is Smash, and he's the fashion dude. And definitely, this can definitely get you to the playoff. Washington Wizards. Now, who's the winner of this? Now, let's take a look at the Rockets lineup after this trade makes. And Walls is the point guard, shooting guard. We got um, James Harden, got Eric Gordon's at the 3, 4 at the PJ Tucker, and DeMarcus Cousins. This is scary, man. I don't know about the postseason. Hopefully, John Walls get benefit from it, and DeMarcus Cousins plays healthy. Now, definitely, it will make the playoffs, definitely. And maybe, like, I say, the 5th, 4th seed. I wouldn't go that far with this. Now, who won this trade? It's a win-win, guys, and that is definitely what I think. Now, that's it, guys. This is a long video, but because big news, but I say it's a win-win. What do you guys think? Please comment down below, and if you guys made it this far, thank you, and please subscribe. It'll help me out. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers at the end of this month, December, and this is me, Master J. Peace out, and subscribe, please.